No, no, no. C, Melody. Hi there, I am the Saxophone Oracle, and today I wanted to talk about the C Melody Saxophone. So, these are, well, they're not rare. There are a lot of them around, but for whatever reason they never became popular. And I thought I'd talk about it today because, I don't know, I guess there are some myths about them, or people are curious about them. They don't really often get a chance to hear what they sound like, etc. So, what I can tell you about mine is, well, it's a 1920s con. And, I mean, one of the things about C Melody, they haven't made them in over 100 years probably. So seeing as they haven't made them in that long, it's really hard to find one that's actually in playing condition to give it a try and see what it's all about. So, I mean, I've heard all kinds of things like, oh, it sounds like a duck, or oh, they're horribly out of tune. But I really don't think that's the case. I mean, they're really solid built saxophones. Mine's a con. You know, in terms of altos and tenors, people still play these new Wonder Series cons. I mean, it's a professional saxophone. It's a really, really great horn. I think there's two things about it. One is that you can't really get mouthpieces for it that are playable. And so you're either playing with an alto mouthpiece or a tenor mouthpiece. So of course that's going to cause intonation issues and other things that are kind of funky about it if you're playing with the wrong equipment. I'm curious to try. I've seen online that there are a couple companies that do make C Melody mouthpieces now. But you know, for me this is just a fun novelty instrument. So I'm not going to shell out $200 to $400 US dollars for something like that. But I am curious to try. You know, but I think they're really great saxophones. So I figured I would just play it for you guys a bit today so you could get an idea. I'm still new at this. I have a really terrible recording setup, but I think it still gives a pretty fair representation. So when I play mine, I play an alto saxophone mouthpiece. This one's pretty open. It's a Selmer Super Session with an F opening. It's, you know, this similar that I would play on alto. You know, a number 3 Rico Orange Box reed, and I mean this is the kind of sound you get out of it. Right, so it's got a cool tone to it. It's not really a tenor. It's not really an alto. There's a couple of reasons why I use an alto mouthpiece on it. One is that, you know, if you look at the horn, and someone I knew even measured once where the mouthpiece goes on, it's basically an alto. It's, you know, slightly larger, but it's basically an alto. It's not really a tenor. So that's one reason why I play it. The other reason why is when I play a tenor mouthpiece, I have to push it on all the way, and even then it's still flat, and I'm like biting to get it up. I bet if you played metal mouthpieces, say like an Autolink, and you cut off one of the rings, I bet it would work pretty well. But yeah, so that's, you know, I play an alto. I think it's basically an alto, and I like that sound. Of course, the pitch isn't perfect, obviously, but it's really not that bad. It's pretty manageable, and for like a secondary instrument or something fun to toy around with, alto saxophone mouthpiece works great, and it's totally manageable. And you know, it's quirky. If you're a jazz player like me, you kind of get like a automatic Eric Dolphy or Ornette Coleman vibe to the tone, just because of the, I don't know why. It's just it's a neat little instrument. So I'll give you whoops, my ligature and reed came off. I'll give you a demonstration of what it sounds like with a tenor mouthpiece, just so you know. So For those of you who aren't in Canada, this is Canadian Tire money, and it's really good for putting around your corks if you need to make a mouthpiece fit and you can't get it recorked, or in this case, for demonstration purposes, you want to put a tenor mouthpiece on a C Melody. So I'm going to put it on all the way. Let's give it a little blow so you hear what it sounds like. I mean, so that's it. It works. So I prefer the tone I get out of it with the alto mouthpiece, and I think it plays slightly more in tune. But I mean, that's something you may want to experiment with. Anyway, that's what a C Melody sounds like when I play it with an alto mouthpiece and when I play it with a tenor mouthpiece. I don't know what you prefer. I know I prefer the alto. So I'm just going to play a couple of tracks. I'm old school. I got a Jamie Aebersold Maiden Voyage volume, I don't know what. It's one of the first play-along CDs I had. So the first track is going to be Cantaloupe Island. I hope you enjoy. So that was Cantaloupe Island. Now I'm gonna do something that's a little more straight ahead jazz. Here's Jamie Aebersold and I playing Autumn Leaves. Well, that's the C Melody Saxophone. That's what I wanted to share with you today, just so you could hear it, see what you think about it. So those of you who have them, I would love to hear from you. If you play it, what you use for a setup. If you have any clips that you could share, send them my way. If you've tried any of these modern C Melody mouthpieces, I'm curious what your experience is with them. I'm sure they probably play really great. So I'd like to hear about it. I am the Saxophone Oracle. I hope you found this video interesting. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments or by email. I would love to address them in a future video. Thanks very much, and happy practicing.